Hi, thanks for joining me on day 1 of 40, following me for 40 tips on how to improve your company culture. And I will use servant leadership and spiritual leadership principles with many of these tips. So I want to get started with an overview of my first tip. Love. How do we love our people? In my research, I found that love is the virtue that promotes all other virtues. So this is super important, and this is why I want to start with love today, because it's going to lay the foundation for all of the other 40 tips. It is the source that virtuous leadership comes from. So if you want to be a virtuous leader, you want to lead with love or be a servant leader or a spiritual leader, keep reading, keep listening, keep watching this video. Today we'll talk about Agapao love. Agapao love is a different type of love than what a lot of us think about when we think of relationships. But Agapao love is that unselfishness, where you are trying to help someone and they don't have to do a thing for it. It's unmerited. It's that self-giving love where we want to help because that's who we are. Where we're helping them because we're trying to promote them. We're trying to lift them up, give them guidance and wisdom, and truly help them. And it's a way of making choices for the benefit of others, for the highest benefit of others. So servant leadership can work with tough love, and this is something that a lot of people get confused about. They think servant leaders are soft and they won't fire their employees or they won't have punishment or consequences. But to the contrary, we should in fact have set expectations, clearly communicate them, and deliver consequences when needed. The founder of Panera Bread said last year in an article that servant leadership is not about being nice at all costs. It is, however, about being helpful at all costs. So think about that. How can we be helpful as a leader with our love? How can we help others? And Henry Cloud, you're probably familiar with him. He's wrote great books about boundaries and such. His newest book, called The Power of the Other, talks about corner four leaders. And to be in a corner four relationship, we don't rescue people. So if you have an employee coming to work late or misbehaving in some way, we don't make excuses for them. We don't try to save them. We don't rescue them, but we hold them responsible for their performance. We have to let them know there's standards and there are consequences. So he also says there are few things worse for your culture than rewarding or overlooking poor performance. It clearly tells your underachiever that what they're doing is good enough, and it tells your others that their efforts towards excellence, their care, their diligence has no value. So you can see where this could quickly tank your culture. If you have someone that's not performing, that's not treating other people the way they should, maybe they're late, they're tardy, they're not doing their work, and the others will take notice. So this will quickly tarnish your culture. So my assignment for you today, consider your current situation. Do you have high performers that you need to go out and pat them on the back and thank them for doing a good job? Let them know that you notice. And secondly, do you have underachievers that may need to have a conversation with you? Maybe they're tardy. Maybe they're not performing as well as you think they should. Maybe they have errors in their work, or they're late, they're missing deadlines. Today's the day. Have that conversation. Do so in a loving way. I hope this is helpful, and I look forward to our chat tomorrow. Have a great day, and thanks again for watching Follow Me for 40 Days.